Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to my show, Words of Divine Love. My name is Sarah. I'm super excited to be here with you this week. I have a quick announcement before we start. I have somebody impersonating me. So my Facebook business page, Words of Divine Love, has not been accessible because this person is using all of my content and my face to try phishing scams on people. So I currently have a private group. If you're looking to find me and join me on my lives, it's still Words of Divine Love. It's just a private group and not an open page. So if you have been looking for me and you couldn't find my page, Words of Divine Love, it will be back up. I'm just waiting for this account to be taken down so that I can republish my page. So it's just a little pause on my page, but I do currently have that private group. I never know what I'm going to talk about. I sit down and hit go and I open the channel and see what comes out. So it's always a surprise to me as well. It's really weird. I split the deck and they're all right side up except for this Happy Success card is in reverse. It's the only card in the whole deck in reverse. That's super weird that I split it to the only card that's in reverse. So this energy is definitely being heavy, but it's starting to clear up. We are having more clarity come forward. I feel there's still a lot of heaviness in the collective for those who have not done the work or those who are resisting work in certain areas. So in some areas, I'm really thriving. In some areas, I'm still working and things are still coming up in that area for me. And there's always little places where you're resisting, right, that are coming up as well. So we're kind of in this mixed energy for some people. But generally, the energy is lightening up a bit is what Spirit is telling me. So if you've been going through it and things have been heavy for you, you can expect a period of some of that energy just sort of lightening up. It's what's happening basically is it's like this integration period, right? And there's the man with the brown pants. We're having this integration period where we've done a lot of the inner work, but now it's taking action in the physical world to apply the things we've done and shifted within us. Here's the man in the brown pants. If you've been following me for a while, you know this man in the brown pants has been haunting my readings for a bit. And there's the loving man and the loving woman. And I typically don't talk about relationships, but here you have 5 and the 6, right? So in this deck, it'd be like the Emperor, the Empress, right? The pair. So for some people right now, there could be an energy of a beautiful new relationship coming in, or even just the warming of a current relationship. But for some people, I really feel like there's a new beautiful relationship. And like I said, I usually don't do talk about love, but here these cards are looking at me. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about love and relationships. What's going on with these, Spirit? Yeah, as we step into these energies, this is beautiful. It's about a relationship with yourself, but it is about a relationship with another person. And this is absolutely beautiful. It's coming into balance with the loving man and loving woman within yourself. First of all, right? We saw the man first 5 and the woman second 6. It's like taking that progressive step and coming together, the unity of within yourself, right? Oneness. That's what we've been working to achieve this whole time. That's why I don't talk about love and relationships, because what we've been on is a journey of self, not, a journey of a relationship. This is a journey of self love and self-exploration and finding self. And it's not about another person or an external person. So Spirit is saying to me that this signifies us coming together as one. And what was I talking about? The integration period, right? We've gone through this great shift and it took a lot of work for us to bring these energies within us, this masculine loving man and feminine loving woman energy together within us and bring that into balance, right? And we have both energies within us, and we dip and we use the energy to our advantage to what we need based on the situation that we're in. If it's a more nurturing situation, we may be dipping into our feminine side, or the situation of taking action and motivation, we may be dipping into our masculine energy. So we're starting to learn and bring into balance of how to dip into our masculine, dip into our feminine, and that we are in unity and togetherness with that. And it's like Spirit's showing me this like flow beautiful flow of energy. But for some people, there is a beautiful new relationship coming forward. And I feel this relationship comes forward. I don't know if it's right away. For some people, it might be. But for some people, it's just like a little bit of time. It's like spirits, like this is like a sneak peek, like spirit saying this is what's coming. It's on its way, but like it's not quite ready yet. I often like to talk in like food analogies. Spirit loves to give me food analogies. And one of my favorite ones is like baking a cake, right? The cake's just not ready. And if you keep opening the oven and letting the heat out, the cake, yeah, this is going to be a beautiful commitment. The cake takes longer, right? And sometimes the center sinks, like if if you fuck with it, or pardon me, if you screw with it too much. Sorry, pardon my language. Yeah, some of us are still really in our heads right now. And just kind of cleaning things out, right? And going through this period of, I'm going to take that, thank you. This, like I still find myself sometimes in that worry energy. They're reminding me of that, right? I still sometimes get up in my head because I have been working really hard to release that old programming, right? 10 of Wands in reverse, releasing old burdens, letting go of clouded judgment and stepping out of that 8 of Swords trapped in a prison of your own mind, because there's this beautiful commitment coming forward. The Hierophant is here when asking about this relationship, but it's like in order to bring the relationship forward, you also, to this level of commitment, because this is a high commitment level relationship, or your relationship you're currently in, if it's healthy, is going to be stepping up to the next level of commitment, which is really, really beautiful. But we need to make sure to stay out of our own way, to keep out of this 8 of Swords energy. So Spirit is sort of putting like a little side note here, is to be mindful to stay out of that clouded energy, to release our burdens, and to release things that feel heavy to us. Like, okay, Spirit's also saying to me, like, if you're in a relationship that feels heavy, release your clouded judgment around that. Don't keep yourself bound and trapped in something that might not be for you, because there is this energy of this beautiful loving relationship. And for some people, this is coming forward right now, this high level commitment relationship. But right, 8 of Swords is like, there's beautiful. There's the Ace of Cups was just randomly up, right? It's a brand new, Spirit's handing you this beautiful cup of love, this beautiful loving star at a beautiful relationship with commitment between this loving man and loving woman energy. And it's so beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's part of your fate and destiny, right? If you've done the work, this person is coming in to start a whole new cycle with you. Tens, like the Wheel of Fortune is a 10. Tens are about endings, but it's also about new beginnings, right? The wheel is starting to spin in your favor. This is part of your fate and destiny to have this loving relationship, especially if you did the work. Yeah, he was on the bottom before too. Mm-hmm. Why sideways though? Yeah, okay, I understand. Some people, you've been very heartbroken in the past. Someone has very much broke your heart. And in the upright, the 5 of Cups, like I sometimes call it crying over spilt milk, but it's also like the grief and sadness card, right? But this came out sideways. So if the relationship, like you're wanting a new relationship and it's not materializing for you, it's because you're not grieving old things, but you're not quite in the reverse position, right? You're not quite coming out of that place of seeing these 2 cups behind you, right? Cups of hope and faith. You know that they're there, but you're just not quite ready to reach for those cups yet, right? But this is what's waiting for you when you're ready to turn around and pick up the cups of hope and faith, or the 2 cups of love, right? The 2 of Cups is 2 cups of divine love, right? It's a divine relationship. So there's those 2 beautiful cups behind you for the loving man and the loving woman. And they had me set this aside. It's like, this is kind of the energy. I feel like some of us are still working on healing our masculine energy, because they have the Emperor here looking at me as well, right? So it's about just, if you're waiting for this relationship to materialize, it is coming forward for you. but it's about moving forward in your truth, and allowing yourself to grieve the losses that you need to grieve in order to move forward. So I'm going to continue talking about this in my group, Words of Divine Love. It is a private group. You can get into the group pretty easy. However, so I hope to see you guys all there. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope that you guys have a great week. I will see you next week. Thank you. And I love you all and appreciate your guys' support. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.